Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Connoisseur's Conversation. Today, we're going to get back into the track about these cigars. We're going to have a little fun with it, of course, because I'm just getting back into what it is I want to show as a variety of cigars, my taste profile, how I enjoy cigars with my parents and things of that sort. So we're going to build this part of the channel for you guys who are cigar smokers. You're going to really enjoy the content to come as I build my experience with getting out what I want to do as the channel and lifestyle channel aspects of it goes. So we're going to start off today. I want to talk about a cigar that I've enjoyed thoroughly since around 2023, 2024, early 24. This is from one of my favorite blenders. This is from Steve Saka. This is the how do you pronounce it? It's the Krakatoa. The Krakatoa is a cigar that, when it comes to a few cigars carried an anticipation like the Dunbarton Muestra de Saka Krakatoa. It is a cigar that originally was slated for release in 2021, and it faced a lot of delays and revisions before finally emerging in 2023 when I first found out that it was on the market, and I picked it up in my local Churchill cigar bar. It was one that was, of course, crafted by the legendary Steve Saka as a blender. The cigar was named and garnered a lot of intrigue because of high expectations, and named after one of the most crazy and infamous volcanic eruptions, which was the eruption of the Krakatoa. It promised a explosion of bold and just full body flavors, and that's one thing I love about cigars, especially in wintertime smoking. And so, a fitting tribute to its namesake, this one is one that came off very well for me. I have one here today that I'm going to smoke thoroughly with my Friday evening as I continue to do these Friday cigar conversations with you. And so I want to get out that cigar. This is not just a cigar, as I like to state about even fragrances. It's a journey into depth, power, and complexity with this particular blend. So if this sounds like the type of content you think that you'll enjoy, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. As the review goes, we're going to get into the composition. The beauty of Steve Saka, when he uses his magic, he always makes beautifully constructed cigars. So the composition is going to be there. It's wrapped in a premium grade Ecuadorian leaf wrapper, known for its rich flavor and smooth textures. Beneath that, you have the blend that features meticulously aged Nicaraguan fillers, which are Corojo, Criollo, and a little bit of a broadleaf variety. They offer a complexity and depth that I love in my cigars, especially in the wintertime when I'm smoking. This blend delivers a robust experience. It's perfect for aficionados and novices who want to get into deeper, richer tasting cigars, seeking like a bold and unapologetically full body sense when they're trying to figure out what they want to go into cigar smoking as, if they want to go into richer full body cigars, or they want to stay in the mellow realm or even mild. This one here, it's going to be one that has a composition. Steve Saka does perfect blending. You take this one in as a novice or a experienced smoker, you're going to enjoy it. The composition is good. When it comes to presentation, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust has a reputation for attention to detail. It is beautiful. The Krakatoa presentation is no exception. This one here, it comes in the Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, as you saw, the deep chocolatey brown, fine sheen, natural oils off the cigar, giving it an enticing, polished look, very, very subtle in the veins, very, very subtle in no oil bumps, nothing like that. You're going to have a very beautiful cigar smoking experience if you want to smoke with your eyes as well. The band is a classic Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust style. It's the yellow gold with the red and black writing at the head of the cigar. They don't use a lot of bands on their cigars, just these silk wraps at the end, at the foot. I mean, just a nice little presentation, but the presentation is flawless when it comes to the actual cigar, which we all care about mostly. The band, like I said, classic, minimalist yet elegant. It's one that features a clean gold embossed logo, which again, that black finish, it looks enticing, enhances the cigar look as you're picking it up in the showcases or the humidor, but it comes right off when you're beginning to smoke, so it's never going to be there as your smoking experience goes out. So he makes sure that his cigars look beautiful and fine. The Krakatoa comes in a striking wooden box, which you see here. This one here is crafted with precision. It's one that adorns the Dunbarton signature branding on it, from the Muestra de Saka with the actual explosion of the volcano on it. The SKU number and the actual cigar vitola is on the back side. This one here, as you can see, is the Krakatoa in a 6x48 ring. Muestra de Saka. I'll turn it the right way so you can see that. The interior of the actual 10 count box is a beautiful 10 count box that houses 10 of these inside. So it's a cedar sleeve style. Instead of being wrapped in a two-ball, let's go after these cedar cases, which I enjoy. Something that I could put a pen in, which I love to collect as well. I can put my my fountain pens can go inside these, and it's very nice to have. I'll sandblast the actual exterior of it with a bead blaster, and then I'll have this as a collection of stand-ups for my pens. But that's just how I like to do with my pens in these particular Muestra de Saka boxes. It has the actual Krakatoa on the side there. And this cigar, this actual box to me lets me know that it remains optimal in its condition when you're storing it. So the overall presentation is a masterclass in understated luxury to me when you add a box like this. It delivers both a visual and tactile satisfaction before you even light the cigar. And so that's the presentation on the Muestra de Saka Krakatoa. As far as strength and performance, the cigar is undoubtedly a full-bodied experience from start to finish. The strength is bold but balanced, and that's what you need as an experienced smoker. Sometimes you want a bold, strikingly bold and balanced cigar. That's what Steve Saka offers a lot of time in his cigar blending. And so offering a consistent intensity without becoming harsh is exactly what the cigar does. The burn is razor sharp with a solid ash that holds impressively well. Each draw, as I smoked the two I had, I was impressed with that razor sharp line. It delivers thick plumes of aromatic smoke every time you puff on it, and ensuring to me that was a satisfying tactile and sensory experience. Cause I love to watch the white billowing smoke come off of a cigar sometimes, and this one here was quite impressive without very hard puffs and tokes on the cigar. I expect the smoke time, I'd say around 90 to 120 minutes on these particular cigars, because that's how long it took me as an experienced smoker, making it ideal for a slow indulgent session, a dinner session, an after dinner affair, or out on the patio just relaxing for a long evening. That was what it took me to smoke it 90 to 120 because of the strength and the performance of the cigar with those tobaccos inside of it. The taste profile. When it comes to the taste profile of the Krakatoa, this is one that ignites the palate with immediate notes of black pepper, leather, just setting a bold foundation for a very, very powerful taste profile. As the cigar progressed throughout the first to second, third, the rich cacao and roasted espresso emerged, adding like this layer of depth, a subtle sweetness, but just a layer of depth with those roasted espresso beans and cacao. Almost molasses-like in its development with some fruit nuances. Midway through, the balancing of the robust spices and earthiness was very much so welcoming with that molasses feel. The retrohale, it amplified the experience, revealing nuanced notes of almost like a charred oak and a red chili pepper. To me, the red chili pepper is that cayenne feel that you'll get sometimes from cigars that have been aged well. To me, by the final third, the flavor profile crescendoed into a smoky, savory blend of leather, dark chocolate, and oak. The spices lingered pleasantly on the palate, which gave me one of the most pleasant smoking experiences of late 2024. And finishing up this one today, I'm hoping it gives me the exact same, because this will be the third and last of the Krakatoa that I smoked. And I think that as a palate taste, something that stayed and lingered on the palate, something that was great for retrohale, the taste profile is exquisite. My pairing recommendations. So giving its intensity, the Krakatoa demands, to me, equally bold pairings. So for me, when I was smoking it, the full body red wines that I had was a Cabernet Sauvignon at first, and then I had a Chimay Blue beer with that one. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Chimay Blue. It's a Trappist beer, very robust in its taste profile. Just a delicate taste, but very robust. It's kind of this counteractive feel. It's very, very rich in its taste, but very light on the palate. So I would suggest either that cab or that beer, or even if you want to go more complex because of the cacao and pepper notes that will mix beautifully, I would say add a spirit that is considered a smoky Islay Scotch or aged bourbon with a caramel finish to enhance the cigar's inherent sweetness. A perfectly grilled steak, charred lamb chops would be great with this one. I'd also pair it wonderfully, creating something of a, I would say something of a smoked pheasant type of dish where you have that smoked nuanced flavors that you can have enhance the actual smoking pleasure of the cigar. That would create a robust and indulgent experience for you, with memories to take from the exact experience of smoking and eating that meal with friends and family. So those are my pairing recommendations. Something like a cab or Chimay Blue, which is a Trappist beer, or rich Islay from Ardbeg, which I have had with this style of cigar. I did not have it with these two, but the Ardbeg would be a nice little addition to that one. Or a Whistle Pig bourbon would be great with this as well. That would be something I would consider as bringing up the pairing recommendations. At the end of the day, how I would smoke this one, when I would smoke this one, as you saw, speaking about me smoking this over the holiday season, and it was 2 smoked then, and it's going to be this 3rd and final smoke today, which is a 30-degree day here in Southeast Michigan. I'm going to be out on the patio. I'm going to be doing some running, so I'm going to be smoking it as I go out through my day. It's not an everyday cigar, though, to me. This is one I really want to smoke today because I enjoy the taste profile. But to me, this one could be considered an event cigar, a celebratory cigar, a wedding cigar to give. Because of its price point, the way it's packaged, that you can wrap this in a bowl like a black tie for your friend. That'd be a dope idea. So it's perfect for moments that celebrate, or when you want to indulge in something bold and memorable, like a fancy meal out with friends and family. Its complex profile makes it ideal for experienced smokers who appreciate full-body blends with depth and character. But as a novice, you can try to taste it and see where the palate and nicotine takes you. If it's a powerful, bold cigar and that you may need to put down, which is fine. But check it out and see, because that's my utility for it. Event cigar, not an everyday smoker, something to celebrate with, is what I think you would have best smoking experience with this particular cigar. So ladies and gentlemen, as it goes, the Muestra de Saka is a testament to Steve Saka's mastery of craft. Bold, complex, and uncompromising blends. It's a cigar that demands attention and rewards patience. So smoke it slow. Take your 90 minutes to smoke it. That's the fine time to smoke it. It doesn't go out. It ashes well. Very pleasant cigar smoke. Offering to me, which was an explosive, flavorful cigar from start to finish. Whether I paired it with the fine spirit, which was the take of my wine, I would say, like I said, the Ardbegs, the Macallans as a spirit would be fine with this. But the way I did it, I very much so enjoyed it. It also has some sweet 72% cacao with it. I didn't mention that, but I always, when I do something that's bold and it's flavor like this, I'll take a 72% cacao with the orange bits inside of it. That's one way I enjoy my cigars. I'll take something of a crafted chocolate and eat it with the smoking experience, and it very much so cleanses the palate sometimes to refresh if you're getting bored with the cigar, or something that's maybe too strong for the palate. It can kind of wash it with the sweetness to add to the profile of the cigar. That's one way I do it. That's one way you could do it as well. And so for me, delivering an unforgettable experience was worth it. It was something that as the namesake goes, it was an explosion in the mouth. It was great. So for those seeking power, precision in its blend, unparalleled craftsmanship in its hand-rolled take from the factory, the Krakatoa is a must-try masterpiece, I would say. It's a very, very well-crafted cigar, great blending and great smoking. Until next time, until next video, you guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you then.